Okay, one thing I always hear from my clients, my family, my friends, I don't have time. Well, the reality is we all have the same amount of time. But you see, some people do much more in the exact same amount of time you and I have. How is that even possible? Now, when someone like me is able to look after kids, go to the gym, run a side business, do a full-time job, finish health and wellness, lifestyle and nutrition courses from Harvard Medical School. Yep, I did that too after my MBA from Melbourne Business School. Unless you have some special conditions or you need to look after a person that needs special care, you should be able to find time to work on your side gigs and look after your health and wellness also. Focus must shift from I don't have time to help me find time, because it is a skill and an art. You can learn it, master it, anyone can learn it. I used to exactly think the same, I don't have time, but over time I realized it is not about not having time, it is about how I was managing my time. In this video, I'll break it down for you and give you a two-dimensional framework which I have developed from a whole heap of literature review and personal experience, including Harvard Business Review article, Timeboxing. Also, make sure you watch this video until the end, because at the end I'll tell you where you can get this free template. It's absolutely free. In this video, I'll break it down for you and give you a two-dimensional framework which I have developed and applied to my life, and oh boy, it's been doing wonders. And if you learn it and apply it to your life, you're never going to say, I don't have time. You're going to say, I'm super busy because I'm doing meaningful work, and you're using your time efficiently. And without any further ado, let's get into it. Welcome to Success Science, where we unlock the secrets to achieving your full potential and living a life of health, wealth, and success. Okay, I said it's a two-layered, two-dimensional framework. The first is how to decode and find time, and the second is how efficient you are with your time. Now, these two are like weighing balance. If you do the latter right, then you'll have more time to do more things you like. That means if you're using your time effectively and efficiently, you will have much more time because you're taking a lot less time to complete all the tasks and activities that you need to do. Now, I'll start with number two, because most people think it's actually difficult to do. It's not that difficult. It's easy for me to convey. All you have to do is to reduce your cortisol, which is your stress, and reduce your dopamine spikes. What do I mean by that? You got to stop doing high dopaminergic activities like binge watching Netflix, partying, drinking alcohol, eating a lot of junk food, sugary and starchy foods. And your focus must shift towards protecting your gut microbiome. Now, gut microbiome plays a very critical role in serotonin production, and bioactive compounds builds immunity, reduces inflammation, protects your brain, and enhances your cognitive performance. There is a ton of research backing this up, and anything that you're actually doing to destroy this gut microbiome, that is going to impact you significantly. It is going to impact your cognitive abilities, your ability to solve complex problems. Essentially, you won't be able to recall information. You won't be able to tie complex information and solve problems quickly. Ultimately, you're spending a lot more time completing tasks because you won't enter into flow state. Now, what the hell is flow state? According to neuroscience, a person who is in flow state can boost their productivity up to 500%. That is 5 hours work in less than 1 hour. Now, this can only be possible when you're able to go into that deep focus mode, engage as many neurons as possible in your brain while doing a particular task. Now, for example, I have written this script in 10 minutes. I could spend hours thinking about it, trying to tie complex concepts together, but it won't take that much time when you're in flow state. Now, flow state is not alien to you. You probably are entering into flow state so many times when you're driving. You've driven 100 kilometers and you're like, how the hell did I get here? I just don't know. That is a flow state. When you're in the shower, ideas just keep pouring in. That is also a flow state. So, okay. What's the bottom line? You got to eat a lot of probiotics and postbiotics, which is fermented foods, as many vegetables as possible, eat as much fiber as possible, and eat as little cheat meals as possible. I mean, preserve your cheat meals for those unavoidable occasions, because those definitely come into your life and you have to balance life. So you reserve your cheat meals to unavoidable occasions. Don't cheat every single day. And if you ask me, I would say quit alcohol. No amount of alcohol is good for your gut microbiome. So when you have alcohol, your liver has alcohol dehydrogenase, which breaks down alcohol into acetaldehyde. Now, this acetaldehyde is poisonous. It goes into every cell in your body. The whole body is inflamed. And in the process, you would lose so many neurons. And this is definitely not going to help you in getting into that deep focus state. Now, it's up to you. You might be thinking, oh, how come it's working for that person and how come it's not working for me? It shouldn't impact me. But the problem is you against you, not someone else against you. If you're comfortable where you are, that's totally up to you. But if you want to progress further, if you want to do more, if you want to do better, then that's an option you need to explore. Now, if you want to know more about how you can enhance your gut health, how you can improve your cognitive abilities by enhancing your gut health, subscribe to my channel because I share a lot of such tips and resources here. Additionally, I also share a lot of recipes on how you can make gut health enhancing foods interesting and incorporate into your day-to-day life. Okay, now that we have covered off easy to convey and difficult to do part, let's focus on the planning part. Now, this is super duper easy. All you'll need is a pen and a book. I've been using this method almost for one and a half year now, and oh boy, I write something there. It magically happens. I just don't know. I do it, and that's the best part. Take the book and a pen, and in each opening page, it represents a day. The left side of the book, you have various domains of your life. You can call them buckets, domains, or whatever you want to call it. And under each of those domains, write down the task that you want to tackle. Don't write down a complete, endless to-do list in there. Just write down your top 3 priorities under each domain. Now here, in the example that I'm showing you, I have job. Job is important because I need to put food on the table. And then I focus a little bit on business because I need to establish my business. And then I need to obviously focus on my family and my life admin, and finally I need to focus on my health and wellness. Now, if you ask me which of these buckets are important, in my opinion, all of them are important. You got to make progress in all of these domains. You can't do really well in your job and stress a lot and pull your health and wellness down. That's not going to help you because you will crash. It's like sprinting, but then you will crash. So that is not recommended. You got to balance all the activities. So every day you're progressing little by little on all these domains. I normally write down just top 3 priorities in each of these domains that I would like to tackle for that day because you have limited time. You can't just do everything, right? And you don't want to set up yourself for failure also because that might lead to a motivation crash. Also, in my case, I give top priority to health and wellness because I want to get healthier, and at the same time, I need to have spiritual progression because that builds mental resilience, and that is very important to me. Job, I allocate certain tasks that are important to me in that amount of time that I have. Business, I try to focus 2 to 3 tasks that are important to me. And these activities or tasks are handpicked from my endless to-do list buckets. That's somewhere else. It is super duper important that your focus is just locked in on these priorities. You cannot take on more than the time that is available to you. On the right-hand side, start at the top of the page and write down every hour of the day from the time you wake up until your planned bedtime. Now, this is the amount of time you have to tackle these tasks that you've picked. Now, obviously 9 to 5, 10 to 6, 12 to 8, whatever is your daytime job, that goes out of the window because you're selling yourself to someone else to do work for them. So you got to put your job related priorities there. Now, in my case, I try to wake up at 4, but sometimes I wake up at 4:30, sometimes at 5. I try to get to the gym, come back, take shower, spend some time with the kids and drop kids at school. Then I come back. I spend 15 minutes from 7:45 to 8-ish. Coffee, sunlight, pure divine. It's just to rejuvenate my body. And then I start my work. Now, I make sure that every hour I get up, do some stretches or a little bit of walk. I leave 2 to 5 minutes aside to do this because it's very important that you move, take your heart rate up and get that blood circulating to every corner of your body, including your brain. Now I finish up by 5, 6 p.m., have dinner, do some YouTube work, go back, meditate, do some reading, and then I try to sleep as early as possible. Now, do I stick to this plan 100%? God, no. I do definitely slip on few of these tasks, which I pick up the following day. But before I go to bed, I make sure that I reflect on how I went and what else do I need to do better. Now, how will this even help you? And you don't have to follow this to the dot. You might be preferring to work till 12 in the night. Now, is it good or bad? That's another topic. But if that is what you prefer, that's totally up to you. First important part is you have to make progression in all these domains of your life and stay happy and healthy at the same time achieve your goals. Now, also, will this solve all your world's problems? No. What we're trying to do here is start with an intent. It is like programming your subconscious brain. Now, imagine this. You got to catch a flight tomorrow morning, maybe at 4 a.m. What do? You pack all your luggage, you have all your tickets ready, your passports ready, and everything is in order. You have your cab booked, you wake up like at 1 a.m. in the night or in the morning, whatever you want to call it, and then you jump on the cab, you get ready, you jump on the cab, you go in the security check-in, you sit in the flight, and then you go. How is all this happening? It's just that you have programmed your subconscious brain the previous night. Now, the more often you do it, it becomes a habit. Don't trust me? Every single day. How come you're going to the office Monday to Friday in an autopilot mode? At the same time, you're doing exactly the same things, maybe a little bit of deviation here and there. But ultimately, you're carrying your ass to the office at 9 o'clock. And how are you doing this? This exactly is programming your subconscious brain. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more such tips. And if you want a free template, then go ahead and send me an email. I'll send it back to you. No, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not going to charge you. Purely, I really wish someone actually gave me this template 10 years ago, and hence is why I'm doing this. On the other hand, if you want me to coach you on how to use this template and integrate this into your life, happy to do so as well. Just check out the link in my bio or just shoot me an email. All right, until next time, take care.